All right, how to swing a kettlebell. So, a few things. Hinge style kettlebell swing. Think of it as an RDL. Knee bend is going to be minimal. It's all coming from the hip. So it's more of a back and forth exercise than an up and down exercise. So what you're going to do, place the kettlebell down on the floor. We always approach the kettlebell. So just like you're going to be a center in football, the football's in front of you, you're going to approach it the same concept. So down, unlock my knees, I hinge my hips back. So from here, I'm in a nice hinged RDL style position. I reach down, I grab the kettlebell. My head is neutral, so I'm looking down at my hands. From here, I'm going to pull it in between my legs, getting my hands as close to my balls as humanly possible without hitting myself in the balls. So from here, pull through, snap my hips forward into my arms. So every single time I'm reaching the kettlebell back, like I'm going to pass this somebody behind me, thrust it forward. It is all coming from that forceful hip extension. My arms are not raising the kettlebell. They're doing nothing until it's on its way back down, and then I guide it back in between the legs. So, common mistakes you're going to see. People looking up at that bottom position. So when the kettlebell is in between their legs, they're looking up. Make sure that they're cueing the head is neutral. A little winded. So usually, I'm going to cue, pretend like I broke your neck, put you in one of those neck harnesses, and now you got a kettlebell swing with one of those. Next mistake, people using their arms, muscling the kettlebell up, trying to pull it up higher, or just pulling it up and then yanking it down. Cue. Slowly saw those arms off, and I attach string to where your arms used to live, tied a knot at the end of that kettlebell, and you can still kettlebell swing. So, remember, the arms are pretty much just ropes. They're along for the ride. Other common mistakes, bell getting too low towards your knees. Make sure you're cueing. Attack the zipper of your pants or almost punch yourself in the balls. Hands high. Some people will actually, like I've put like something here, so in case we're swinging down, their hands, nothing that's you care that much about or something that's going to be nothing fragile, but as the bell's coming down, they'll hit that. A cone would work well. They'll hit that and they'll cue them. I need to swing with my hands while on the downswing. Make sure my hand's a little closer to my groin. As far as width of the stance goes, we don't need to be crazy wide. Just got to be wide enough, shoulder width apart, feet straight ahead, wide enough to allow that kettlebell to swing through the legs. Feet should be straight ahead. Make sure I usually, depending on the athlete I'm working with, I'll kick them in the butt when they're in this up position gently. Give them a little punch, whatever it is. Make sure that those glutes are fully flexed. It's all coming from those glutes. That's how the swing is getting generated from. It's a power exercise. The hip back to the hip forward position needs to be explosive. So a lot of the athletes, they'll start just getting it through the motions. They'll just slowly pop those hips. Big cue is pop the hips forward fast. I'll usually slap my hand, get them the idea that it's an explosive movement. We're trying to develop power with this. Make sure we're not moving slowly with the kettlebell. The only thing that's kind of slow and in moderate control is when it's here and it's weightless, and then gravity starts allowing the kettlebell to come on down, then we guide it. That's really the only part right here that's kind of slow. Once it gets here, I start guiding, and then I explode up as fast as humanly possible. Remember, back and forth, not up and down. Don't start. If you want to do a squat thing, put a bar on your back and squat. This is it. To me, superior style is this hinge style swing, just like an RDL, explosive style RDL. Right? Kettlebell. Look at the handle. This is not really a kettlebell is designed for one hand. I love double arm swings. Do them all the time. A lot of times my pinky's got to come off with most kettlebells, but keep that in mind. So it's really designed for one hand to hold it. So that's my problem. It's a big problem with the overhead kettlebell swing. So we're doing an overhead kettlebell swing. Our hands are here. So we're ready. We're putting our shoulders in a pretty awkward spot. The posture is probably kind of tough to get the shoulders back with the double arm swing. We do our best, so we're getting here. Then you're going to ask your athlete to come up overhead when we're in this hands together position. Impinging the shoulder, not a safe exercise for the shoulder. Without a doubt, you will not ever find me prescribing an overhead kettlebell swing. The style the kettlebell was designed for. I know it's kind of like your classic CrossFit type of thing. Not only is it dangerous for your shoulders, but I mean, we're starting to come up here with some significant weight. I don't even really want to demo any higher than I just went. I mean, God forbid you drop that thing. You're knocked out, you got some serious concussion going on. So I highly recommend, just as high as those hips can generate the power to get that kettlebell up, that's it. You don't have to raise it up any higher. What I usually do is say I'm going to swing 10 reps. Get my approach, unlock, into my hips, grab, pull, snap. My set's coming to an end. I usually just start slowing it down and then place it back down. I feel like that's the safest way, as opposed to I hit my 10th rep, I'm done, I'm putting it down, or letting it go. Just slow your swing down. You don't count those reps. You do your reps that you're prescribed, slow the swing down.